Season 15 with Vasas in what appears to be one step forward and two steps back. Transfer window hasn't been too bad. It's the 24th of October 2034. We're going to face Sevilla in our Champions League group stage game. It's our third group stage game, and we've been playing great. We've been playing amazing football because we are a good football team. But sometimes there are mistakes, and I have to go back on something that I was talking about. I think last season before. Hey, it's very bitter. It's a very bitter pill to swallow. Let's have a look at what's the best way to go with this Champions League. Of course, Barcelona, who we lost to, won the Champions League last season, and they won it against Valencia after extra time. And Fabio Luiz, who obviously we sold to Valencia for not that much money. We checked him recently. I was like, it's not that. It's not that. He is that now. I don't know what the hell has happened. I don't know why my coaching team messed this up so badly. But they were so close because of potentially this guy and a couple of other signings, obviously. They were so close to winning a Champions League. And we could have had that in our team. They've won the World Cup. He's won the World Cup. £12 million. What a stinker that is. Who in our coaching team thought that this guy was not gonna be absolutely dominant? A lot of money going to be spent. If we are to bring this guy back, a lot of money has to be spent. So disappointing. Yeah. Him and Saavedra at the back could have probably won us the Champions League last season. Usually the scouts get it right. Usually the staff get it right. Hence why people play Football Manager, or else it would be a total guessing game. This one they've got wrong, and we have completely paid the price for it. I wonder if that one goal that he got for Brazil actually came in the final itself. Could you imagine? No. What a mess. What a mess. I feel like we've had some great transfers this year. We'll get to them in a second, but it's just the fact that what could have been and our future, the future of this football club, it might be getting more and more assured, but we're having to make serious sacrifices in the first team, and we're not selling for as much as what we'd hoped. I am trying my best to push as much money. Oh, clauses. Wait. Clauses can help. 9.44 million for Busanka? Really? I'm seeing a Lima sell-on clause, 10.3 million. Oh. Sell-on clauses. Help me. Save me. 10.14 million. I might have to activate some of them clauses, you know. Where am I going? So we've been busy, and I'm sure that some of the players that we're going to get, that we've brought in, are going to be absolutely class for us in the future. But I don't know. Have we had the hit rate of Rupel Boom and the sales? Look at the sales. Sepulveda went for 40 million. You think that guy's worth 40 million? He's already worth value 57 million for Paris Saint-Germain. We're getting swindled all over the place. I'm sure there's a 40% sale on that. And Arsene Henkes, I really did not want to sell him. But his wages were so astronomically high in comparison to everybody else in the squad. We had to do some wage restructuring. In my opinion, to get as many players in as possible, we had to do wage restructuring. And it's painful because he's class. He's so good. We did sign some more midfielders this year. I tried to get him to turn into a right back, which obviously, like looking at the wheel and his attributes, you'd think, he could work as a right back. He hated it. He absolutely hated it. And right at the end of the transfer window, 51 million for Liverpool. It's just not enough. Maybe when the reputation of the leagues goes up, the valuation goes up. Rupel, boom, there was some kind of evidence to show that. But we need more. We desperately need more money. We're running out of players. We're running out of room. There you go. I'm seeing the likes of Barcelona. They've got a sick side. Paris Saint-Germain have started stealing off their academy because they've got a terrific academy and they could build something ridiculous there. We're in and around. We're definitely like moving around the musical chairs of the Champions League, but we're always finishing without a seat. Essentially. And it doesn't even look like we're going to win it at all. So we've already talked about the big ones. Arsene Henkes going out and Sepulveda out as well. Loans. Nilton went for a free. There's a bit of compensation on there. Loan. The second goalkeeper, João Francisco, goes back to Brazil with Santos for £4.9 million. Alexandre, who I really thought was going to be a little bit better than that, 22-year-old. I think I sold him for as much as I could at 16.5, and it's essentially doubled. Just straight away, it's just doubled. And there's no clauses on that. I just needed to get him gone because I knew that he wasn't going to be it. We needed just a bit better at right back. He wasn't going to be it. You saw it like with Barcelona. He got absolutely ruined off that side. And I could only muster up £16.5 million. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Oliver Kalala. No, it's Kalala, Curtis. He's gone, but that was one that we were expecting. 9.25 million. Another loan. Vilal Pando, who had would show great potential, but a lot of injuries and just not consistent enough attendance and appearances in the first team to really grow significantly and eventually get sold £10 million to Roma. Like, that could bite me in the arse right there. He's only 22. If he gets a really good string of games, if he sees out, he was still 5 stars when I sold him. Petrovicius wasn't 5 stars, and I think we've run our course with Petrovicius. I think he was excellent. Great servant. 12.75 million though. Like that was absolutely his valuation. That was the limit of his valuation. The ceiling, nobody wanted to give any more for Petrovicius. Soon as he signs to Juventus, 21.5 million pounds. Valuation just goes up like that. It's painful. Another loan. Both goalkeepers are out on loan. The under 19s goalkeepers. So we've only got Cuesta. We've only got Cuesta in our net. Fingers crossed we can recall. If we can't, then whoops. But I think there's more pressing issues. And you see some of the score lines from this league season, I don't think we'd even notice if our goalkeeper was missing for 3 months. Quite honestly, Yaya and Dor went to Liverpool for 2.5 million. He didn't turn out to be the person that we expected, but he was a free, so it's profit. Profit? Fuck. Emmanuel Premper showed really good promise. We could only sell him for the amount of money that we signed him for in the first place. And Gustavo Villalobos, this is probably the most disgusting one. This guy is proven Champions League footballer, £12 million. That's all in a total of 170 million, and we've signed up 304 million pounds worth of players. Now, in this list, thank you very much, Football Manager. In this list, there will be some good players. I'm sure of it. Sort by... what should we sort by? Let's sort by fee. Because, hey, this is a good signing. Good little signing. Miroslav Sedlacek. This guy was on the radar, then off the radar, and then it's come on a free. Victoria Pilsen, his expired contract, straight in there. Risky. I know that this guy has got injury problems, even though it's not showing in the cons now. Anybody else get that? When they sign someone up, the injury problems just disappears from the cons and then reappears after time. I know that he's seriously injury prone, but on a free, if he can just turn into something, it's quids in, really. From Slovakia, I think we've seen this guy. He is a Slovak centre-back. Dirt cheap, really. Under £1 million for maximum potential. Lovely stuff. Khalid Masoudi. This is the second Masoudi that we've got, I believe. The other one just moving on recently. Let me just check. I am pretty sure. Yes. No, that's the Masoudi that we've just been talking about, Curtis. Masoudi? Oh, this is a bit of a... Where's the other Masoudi gone? I've just seen that other Masoudi leave. We've not covered it here, but he's left the club. Well, that's good. Great. Nice. Thank you for tracking the sale of the departure of one of our players. We do really appreciate that, Football Manager. That's not how you spell it. Is that the lad? Yes. He went to Lille. Thank you for telling me this. He went to Lille on a free. Jesus Christ. Why is that not on the list? Unless it is, and I'm blind. Doesn't look like it at all. Right. I've completely lost where we were. Must have been there. Signed up Marin Kulinovic. A cheap, professional personality midfielder coming in. Croatian. Coming in from Barcelona. Hopefully that is a bargain and a half. Breno Laran. Oh, he's turned maximum potential. Fantastic. The 18. I think he's left-footed, so we are going to try and teach him how to be a left winger. Fingers crossed on that. Martin Lewandowski. I was trying not to get someone with more gamble than promise, honestly, but he's called Martin Lewandowski. I couldn't help myself, honestly, guys. Daniel Palic. I don't even know what to say about this guy. He just your typical 16-year-old kind of striker that you'd attempt to sign. Dynamo Zagreb, so he wasn't actually that expensive. A few million were like your 18. Oh, okay, bit much. 18 million. We did have a lot at that time though, so that was like a drop in the ocean. Yeah, I don't know. Alexandre Mercier, left-footed. Disappointing that this guy is only 4.5 stars when all the reports were saying, yeah, 5 stars, no problem. 26.5 million pounds. Bjorn Marinov. Ups and downs. Maybe we have to get him back off loan. I've loaned him out this year, and I think it might be a bit of a nightmare because we need to train him how to be a midfielder. He's not actually like totally natural at being a midfielder, and yet I've already thrown him out on loan. 27 million. I'm going to do that right now. I think I was just throwing him in the deep end. No need. At least that guy's 5-star potential. So here's hoping. Roberto Morales hit the. This guy's going to be a good player. You think? Hit the release clause on this guy from Sevilla at £34 million. Now, he's a defensive midfielder at the moment, but I really think with a bit of training, we might be able to get him to a left back. I know it's a bit mad, but I think we can do it. Perfectionist personality is a golden ticket in my eyes. Okay, so from Roberto Morales, we got Ayoub Fassi Fury from PSG. Not on the radar for much of the summer, and then he pops up and immediately we're like, okay, break the bank. It's one of them players. I mean, we've got to bring these players in to have any chance, I think. Even though we spent a lot of money on Olmo, I think we need to move him on. Honestly, we're rolling the dice to get someone even better than that. And he's never really like got accustomed to deep line playmaker. I don't think anyway. That's 48 million. Oliver Garnier. I mean, I was tracking him. Why has he started learning how to be a fucking centre back? Oh, I've got so much to talk about this guy. I was tracking him. It was growing very nicely. We finally struck a deal at 60 fucking million pounds. This is going to be a disaster, I think. And when you see personality casual, alright, this is a tip for you. Don't fucking sign him because he's already been out on the lash twice. He's obviously started learning fucking centre back. Boy, he needs to grow up. I will fine him as many weeks' wages as I possibly can until he learns to grow. Just grow up, mate. Grow up. 60 million down the drain. Hey, that could have been enough to get that centre back from Valencia back. You never know. At least we got this kid, Marcus Bierman, the model citizen, the man who's growing like an absolute freight train. This guy he's not stopping anytime soon. He has started developing rapidly. We could have got him for cheaper. I think me and Vasas Dortmund agreed something like in the region of 20 or so million pounds at one stage, maybe 2-3 years ago, and that broke down. Bit more expensive this time around, but I still think that'll be a really good investment at 63 million. It is a new transfer record for Hungary. Talking about stuff, from like numbers, 17,048 shirts sold last season. Not bad. And a big jump in comparison to last season. I don't think we'll see a big jump this season because of the players that we sold, especially Sepulveda. Obviously, some folks won't be happy about that. Right. Let's have a look at the schedule because, really, whilst all the madness was going on, the heartache, the anger, the disappointment, and some hope for the future, some building blocks being put in place, we've been instant results in some of these matches. And, I mean, there's been some incredible results. Let's start with Celtic 8, Vasas 8, Celtic 1. Celtic took the lead, it seems. I'm going to be watching these goals with you. Shows you how important I thought of this summer. Like, I wasn't even watching the matches. My concentration was simply trying to make the side a bit better. I didn't want to sell Sepulveda, but someone had to make way. Olmo nearly was sold for about 40 million, I think, for one of the Spanish clubs came in. I don't know, maybe Kapachi makes way next. I'm going to have to look at this side and go, can we afford to lose you? Would it be better for us to sell you for money? Cuesta, for instance. I think Cuesta needs to go now. It's so painful. It is genuinely annoying. We're flying though. Some really good Vasas football. Oh, I didn't mean that, surely. Looked great. I think Kramer scored 4 in this game. Yeah, so you might be thinking, well, that's impressive. Yeah, well, 2 weeks down the line, we beat Ferencváros, not by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 goals to nil. No. 8 goals to nil. Let's watch them. I mean, usually these games are close. Nothing in this league is close anymore. And it's got to a stage where I instant result essentially everything because it feels like a waste of my time when I do actually watch the games. Of course, I love to watch Football Manager games, but we are so dominant that we're hitting key highlights every 5 minutes. And it's genuinely taking 25 minutes to half an hour to finish every single game on the key highlights. So usually I just pass on the opportunity. Glad that I did. Glad that I did on this one. And the Celtic game for that instance. What a great goal by Olmo. Oh my goodness. Breakable is the fucking centre back. How's he taken? It must be a decent penalty taker. Could we get rid of Sabo? I don't think we can. There's not that many players in this team that I can get rid of because I just can't do it. It is. It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. This is a long video, isn't it? Yeah, I've already been talking for 24 minutes. And it's late. And I'm tired. And I need to get on. Because this could also take forever just watching this game. Hopefully not. I've picked the most difficult game for a reason. Because fingers crossed it's fucking quick. So much stuff happening. If I haven't said prior, the lad that's at Valencia we could get because of a 40% profit sale profit percentage. Oh, don't you dare. Good save, Questa. The close that we got when we sold him for £12 million. Thing is, I am proper disappointed, but on the other hand, like what we saw last season, there's a genuine chance because of how good some of the players are in this team that we win the competition. He's offside. That's another one that we missed out on. All right. Watch this guy. You won't believe it. I've just not really taken a look at the free agents recently because I'd never thought there'd be quality in there. Oh boy. I was wrong on that count because the lad who's just had the goal chalked off, the lad called Chalk, is absolutely insane and he's going to run me ragged now. Great. Why have we got to face Chalk? He's a Man City player. And another goal offside. And at the start of last season, so this is definitely not my fault this time around, thank goodness, but something that I can like kick last season Cutsy for. At the start of last season, he went on a free to Sevilla, and he's like one of the best wingers in the world. Look at the state of that guy. How's he going on a free to Sevilla? And how have we not clocked onto it? We've done great to get to this situation, but it shows that so much still needs to be done. I think getting into that... Go on, Alexander. Put it away. Right, okay. I think getting to that Champions League final... It was smoke and mirrors for something. We thought that we were better than what we were. We obviously are not as good as what we think we are. And we're making big mistakes. We might be going too quick. I can testify. Sometimes I go too quick on this game. Maybe I should play more games, but actually watch the games. And that might give me just the opportunity to click on the right person who is a free agent or is expiring or is for sale at a cheap price. Or maybe I should be a bit more vigilant. I think the lads need a bit of praise because this looks like a very close game. I have to go back to the drawing board. But also, can it really be the drawing board when you know what you have to do? Like, I know if we are to be a dominant force, not just one champion, like lucky Champions League. If we are to do something like Krupel Boom, I know we have to go and sign the lad that we sold to Valencia. Our approach on transfers. Oh, Alexander couldn't make it too. From the penalty spot. I mean, from like a really weak start from Vasas, but we have warmed into this. That is utterly bonkers. Now, if we are... This is the thing. If we are to get that lad back, Do we sell Wozniak? Now, Wozniak is a high potential player. Avi Marziano? I can't remember. Marziano. Yeah. Do we sell Wozniak? Wozniak's got a 7.1 at this moment in time. Like, he's actually performing better than Saavedra. So do we sell Saavedra, even though he looks like probably the best centre-back there is in the world? No! We got Breck Burl in right back. He's not even a right back. All a bit of a mess. Oh, he's missed an absolute sitter. An open net there for Reina. Back to the drawing board. Kaiser's up front for us. He's too young. He's too young to be facing up against opponents like this day in, day out. But you see the potential there. That's why we had to get Sepulveda out of the club. Good finish, Steve Kramer. It's time to surround the talent that we've got. The Saavedras, the Rodriguezes, the Alexanders. Surround them with other quality players. Now, those quality players we could already have, okay, but they need time. But we've got a limited time now. The clock's ticking. Rodriguez and Alexander now will start to age and age and age. And at this moment in time, we're just too far away from being dominant or being a good shot to win the Champions League. We might have a chance every single season, but I want to be more than a chance. I want to be up there every single season. And we can't just do it with Alexander, Rodriguez, Saavedra. We need more. And we might even need a talismanic figure. Now, maybe Rodriguez becomes that for us. I don't know. I just don't know. Well done, Steve Kramer. Wow, that's another good... He could be it. We just need more. And we don't have the finances to get like an instant hit. Oh, well, I actually want to talk about this guy. Nicholas Soler, the guy that I signed up in January, the winter window. I'm actually going to decide, I think we might be making him a right back. Yeah. Because the wheel's so interesting. He's already good, competent on the winger stats. He's pretty solid defensively, honestly. 17 years old, lots of ways that we can make him into a really successful wing back, so or full back. So let's just see how that goes. I've got myself into a right mix up there. It's hardly been an episode of Vasas, more like a kind of deep dive into the problems that my playstyle on Football Manager has led to over the past 5 seasons at Vasas, and how we need to rectify it. I obviously need to give more players more time. Like the guy, I think the lad at Valencia was 4.5 stars when I sold him. And it was at that pivotal moment where 4.5 star players started to be actually like decent players. But I was still treating them like falling by the wayside. So next save, I've got to be more aware of when that transition happens. When a player who drops off maximum potential, it doesn't actually mean that they are dropping off. Sucking off Mr. Pence for Dortmund. Last chance. Last roll of the dice for Sevilla. They got it in. Nico Serrano. I mean, can anyone blame them? They've been very much equal. XG more on Vasas' side, but they have been really good. It's disappointing, but also that's our most difficult game in the group stage. 100% away from home, and we've drawn, so we won't do much worse than that over the course of the next 3 games. So we should qualify quite easily, top of the group. Whew. It's like unboxing, unraveling a mystery here, unraveling a deep puzzle. I need to sell players for hire, but that's difficult. You can't sell players for hire just like that. It's tough to get even the big boys to start coughing up. Patience, deeper scouting. I've seen deep scouting. What I'm thinking here is that the deeper scouting, the problem that Olivier Garnier is a hair brand, isn't it? Mind you, he does have wonderful hair. Might be a good player and all, but the casual personality, I won't trust again. More patient, better player analysis. Bit of luck. I need a bit of luck in this save. At Rupel Boom, we had obviously a lot of luck, and the right player just fell for us. When Yael Doubts was available, signed up £100 million, which is obviously a lot of money. But even if a Yael Doubts type figure was on this save for £100 million, I'd find it from somewhere. We need more to go our way than what has currently been, but also I need to put more effort in. And that is the gist of it. 37 minutes. This is probably the longest Vasas episode, but I've needed to talk to myself essentially. I've had to kind of focus myself in and tone myself down. I've been rocketing through this save without caring the world like I was untouchable, but I'm not actually untouchable. We have made mistakes in the save, only a few, but pretty significant ones. Right. See you next time.